Have you tried the code block? When you place one in and you select a language, it looks like this. But what if we could make it look a bit nicer? Let's say I want to make it look like this. I tried to get close to the embed of Webflow, but we are a bit limited in what we can color and not. So let me show you how you can actually edit this to look the way you want it to look. When I was trying to style this differently, my first thought was to inspect element, and we can quickly do that to see how these are made. And if we inspect those colors, we'll see that each of these spans of colors, they don't have a specific class that makes them have this color, but they have a style attribute, so they're inline styles of those colors. Luckily for us, that's an opportunity to actually style it. As weird as that may sound, we're going to use the style attribute to style it differently. So the idea here is that we take this style, we copy this, and let me just duplicate this really quick. And we can just put in the attribute that we just copied. We can wrap it in square brackets so that it's an attribute. And then here we can say color red, and this will not work because inline styling has priority over CSS. So what we can do here is just go to the end of this and write exclamation mark important. And now if we save, and nothing happens again because we have this hidden. There we go. Now it's red, which is not great, but it shows the point. So we can style them by targeting the style attribute that they have. The only problem is if we publish this really quick and we take a look, we don't have the red anymore. And the reason for that is that if we inspect again and we check it this time, we'll see that we don't have the RGBA colors anymore. They're now converted to hex. I'm not super sure how that works in the back and why it happens that way, but that means for us that we not only have to find and copy the attribute from the designer, but we also have to do it on the live site. And then we basically need to combine them here both. So I'm gonna copy this as well. And we're gonna go back to the styles, and let's just quickly put a comma here. I said a comma, and put this here. I like to also make it like this. It looks a bit neater in my opinion, but we can now save this and we can publish, and now it actually works. So following the same process, you can imagine how I was able to achieve this look. And if you want the code, obviously I will have the preview link in the description. But basically I went through all the different colors that I wanted to change, and I found what their attributes were, and I just copied them, put them in, gave them a new color, marked it as important, and changed it. And we can see that I also did the same for the padding, because for whatever reason we cannot edit the padding, which seems like a pretty simple thing to me, but maybe there is a specific reason from their side. But you can also not edit the color of the typography or the background color, and you can only do it with the trick that I just showed you. Let me know if you enjoyed this one, and if you want to read more about the process of how I ended up with the solution that I showed you, you can check out the blog to see a more in-depth analysis. I need to record. Okay.